Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of the latest episode of Supernatural, The Chitters. So, we got another Monster of the Week episode, filler until the Winchesters get a break in their case and how to defeat Amara, save Cass, do all that good stuff. So, they decided to go out, investigate this case, and it turns out that this town, every 27 years or so, people start going a little bit crazy, disappearing, and never being heard from again. So they're investigating, and it doesn't sound like any kind of monster or creature that they've really dealt with before. They usually have green eyes, kind of pale, and you can hear this kind of chittering sound coming from them. They don't have any junk or anything, as one of the witnesses said, so it's kind of a weird kind of thing. They actually are kind of blocked on it until one of the town's previous residents who actually left it because one, he hated it, and two, his brother was taken by the monsters, came in with his partner, and they were able to kind of tell Sam and Dean more about what it is. They find out that it's a kind of cicada-like demon kind of creature. So what happens is every 27 years they burst out of the ground, pretty much take over a host, mate to create new larvae, and then die off like actual cicadas, and the bodies that incubate the larvae until the next 27 years. So that was a kind of interesting twist. Kind of an odd thing for a cicada-like demon. You never really hear of something like that in any kind of lore or whatnot. It was kind of interesting because cicadas are kind of gross, and every time that if you live in an area where they're at, that the sound drives you mad, and it's just crazy to be outside when they're freaking getting their freak on because they're flying everywhere, hitting everything. They're just like, I must bang, 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 bang before I die. And it was interesting to see a supernatural creature have the kind of same inclination. I mean, usually in this show, the supernatural creatures have some kind of intelligence. Now these do to a rudimentary extent, but their overall drive was just to reproduce and make sure that it could keep on going on and surviving and everything, which kind of an interesting monster for them to face. Because Sam and Dean had no idea before the other two hunters came in, and it kind of was weird because they usually have at least something to go on by the time they're asking witnesses, canvassing the area and everything, and it's kind of interesting to have two side characters kind of give them a little bit more information and kind of use their own expertise to kind of help the Winchesters out. And that's about it. It was dealing more with the side characters that were introduced and kind of giving him closure with his brother's death and everything and how the town's treated him and all that. And there really was not much else to go on. There was no real character development. There was no real season arc progression at all. It was kind of just there. So while I didn't love the episode, I didn't really hate it. It was just okay, it's just the same old kind of supernatural stuff. No big deal, but I really want to. This is the back half of the season. This is where it needs to be gearing up. I'm supposed to be new episode, yeah! I gotta see what happens. I gotta know what they're gonna be doing. I gotta see what's going on. And you are kind of put in the waiting room almost oh, we gotta wait for things to happen. I mean, they could have been tied to, looking for one of God's chosen or whatnot, because evidently that could be a key to, using a hand of God to actually using it to taking down Amara. We don't know. We didn't get any of that in this episode, so those are my main big gripes. It was good old-fashioned supernatural, but at this point, we've gotten better examples of those episodes, like the Mystery Spot episode. That was a one-off, but then it also tied back into the theme of the show and the overarching season, and we didn't really get that here, and I was just kind of disappointed. So, those are my opinions on the episode. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.